Hey everybody, it's me, Chicago Street Poet Cossimoses the First, the living pharaoh. And today I'm on location out here with nature in the desert doing my thing. And I want to lay down a few little poems for you. Open up your mind, hopefully give you some inspiration on some things. Today, the poems that I'm going to share with you is called So Evil. The enemies become your footstool. A great burden to carry, a haunting, considering it's October and it's Halloween time, a moment of your time, and a man in the ballpark. I'm going to start off with So Evil. Now this poem called So Evil is a poem I wrote that was basically about, let's just say it was basically about my life. The things I went through growing up in Chicago and how the mindset of Chicago at the time made me so evil. Me and all my friends, my whole crew, all of us, we were some evil bastards. We didn't give a shit. We didn't give a fuck. That's what type of cats we was. So let me let you hear So Evil. So evil that when they heard my name, they trembled. An army of 18s was the team we had assembled. The hood was all we knew, so we had to maintain our might, always needing to set an example, and a good way was to start a fight. We beat their faces till they looked like putty, sent them home to their moms all scraped and bloody. No remorse, no conscience, food and drink with the dudes, smoking on a weed stick while we spreading the news. Carjacking folks' cars, we kept their identifications. You call the police, we sent at you a nation. We paid the wine here's just a coppers a drink. We got good crack on the block, tell us what you think. We got big guns on our waists and the clips stay loaded. Unnecessary precaution just in case things unfolded. You shoot at us, we shoot at you, but we don't miss. We come like them hyenas with a bloodthirsty kiss. We would war like Vietnam or maybe Kuwait. When it came to causing harm, man, we couldn't wait. So evil that when they heard my name, they trembled. An army of 18s was the team we had assembled. So it's self-explanatory, basically speaks for itself, and it gives you like the common mindset that we had and how we looked at things. And really, you can see how pathetic it was. But I'm just keeping it real. I'm putting it out there the way it is because that's the type of shit I do. I'm a living pharaoh, and we stand for the truth, and we die by the truth because that's what we're about, truth. And truth does not change or pass away. My next one is called The Enemies Become Your Footstool. You see, one thing I noticed about my life and being the type of person that made these changes in my life to make myself a better person, I learned that whenever you walk the righteous path, people are going to come from everywhere trying to stop you and defeat you. They're going to just try to break you down. They're going to try to make you think you're weak because you're making these changes, all this. They're going to do whatever they can to try to defeat you. But you must always remember that you're not trying to satisfy them. You're only satisfying your soul and the eternal one, Father. So your enemy's going to always become your footstool. No matter how much they try to stop you or defeat you, they're going to still end up being your footstool as long as you stay righteous and focus on you doing the right thing. Don't worry about them doing the right thing. Focus on you doing the right thing, and you become that living example, and all your enemies going to fall down beneath you, and they're going to become your footstool. They can step up against you if they want to. They weak. They're going to try to step up against you because that's all they know how to do, because it's too much strength for them to try to be like you and try to mold themselves in the form of righteousness. It's easy to be on bullshit. It's easy to destroy and fuck up everything, but it's hard to build things and make things right. And most people choose the easy way out in life. Here we are, y'all. The enemies become your footstool. When you walk the righteous path, enemies will find you everywhere. They will hate you for no reason. The hate is seen within their stare. Anyone ignorant will be a tool against you, and ignorance is all around us. Every race and every creature can be used against the just. They will diligently seek a flaw. If they can't find one, they will make one. So many confused hearts in this world seek to oppose the Eternal One. We must be about our Father's work and show the world His power. An immortal character shining bright, never weakening with each hour. They will attack you with slander and lies. We must fight it with a smile. They will defeat themselves with the lies and slander. The world will see who is foul. They have always rose against us in every age and every time. We will build our kingdom on top of their heads like Solomon did in his time. They are weak and distracted by fun. Life to them is all about pleasure. They will follow you to distract you, never heeding or receiving the measure. They will serve the Lord of hosts, which is a devil in disguise. an entity that seeks to rule over you, who's afraid of the conscious and wise. They work in the manner of Judas. We use them to forward the cause. In the midst of their sabotage and wrongful deeds, unknowingly they forward the cause. So let them play their games and hate. Let them think you're the biggest fool. In the end, the righteous will always win. Our enemies become our footstool. And this is truth. From my experience in life, this is what I've seen. Now, my next poem is called A Great Burden to Carry. And basically, this poem is about my spirit or my soul fighting this battle with the flesh every day, and the need in the inner self to overcome this battle of your spirit fighting the flesh. And it's called A Great Burden to Carry. A great burden to carry. Damn, you weigh too much. The ungrateful bastard you are, but you don't see no such. I always was in will. You're just a minute on the clock. You want me to think I'm you, but your type of thoughts I block. I can sail all through the universe, but you're just stuck in one spot. Your goal is to give me limits, but they never last, cause I'm hot. You're the biggest trick that's played, but I don't seem to fall for the game. You hate the fact that I'm greater, never moved by the money or the fame. I am the captain of this ship, you ain't even worthy of the crew. Another obstacle again in the way, just watch what I'm gonna make you do. I've animated your stiffness. You repay me with a sickness or a cold. The worst thing you could ever do is to start to turn your stiff ass old. For many years we toil. You lose the most at separation. The only thing I do is gain. I receive the most reparation. I have taught you all I can, yet you still seek to undermine me. This is why we can never last. You are the reason I must flee. Here we go again, my flesh. With my soul upright I tarry. In time we'll both be shown the reason. A great burden to carry. A great burden to carry, everyone. Speaks for itself, self-explanatory. It's just a symbol of what we should always remember, that this fleshly body, this vehicle that we see in the mirror that we use in this lifetime is not truly us. It is just a vehicle to be used in order for us to grow and become stronger. Let us not forget this. Okay, my next one is a little thing for entertainment. It's really not too much of a message in it, but it is a message in it if you pay close attention. Because you know with me, I just don't do poetry just to do poetry. It's always going to be a hidden message or some type of lesson to be learned, or I wouldn't even write it. A haunting. A haunting is what we call it, strange noises and late night thumps. Or how about waking with your hair all tangled in a face with cuts and lumps? Many things are unexplained and hidden from the naked eye. What are these forces that show themselves in disturbances that float right by? Are they us when we leave this body, or creatures of a different make? And why are these stories mostly laughed about and always pointed out as something fake? Halloween was created to do the distraction, to teach you that these things ain't real. Millions have been committed for seeing these things. They offer special help for them to heal. Old homes that talk and screech. When you enter, hair stands on your neck. What goes about its life in there? Before you purchase, you better fully check. Shadow people that move without us, nature spirits and glowing eyes. I wonder what our forefathers feared to tell us that we might find out to our surprise. Legends of wolf men and monsters, bloodsuckers and ghosts, telling stories around campfires of demons looking for a host, alien abductions and missing people, things rearranged to disappear, homes that seek to drive you out and entities that feed on fear. Young children sleeping with the lights on because the things they see in the dark, the things that creep around you dark at night alone in the park. Of all the things that try to reach us because they have a message to share, what if their intentions were different, so far from seeking to scare? A haunting, everyone. I made a little few stumbles and mistakes, but, you know, hey, it's still fact. You know, I'm still laying down the truth, so you get the message. You know, sometimes we make mistakes, but, you know, you get the message. Okay. My next poem is about a man in the ballpark, and it's really a story about a man who wastes his time on regret, thinking about what he could have done, what he should have done, but now he's stuck with his present of what he did. Okay, and I just want to give you an example through this poem of how we waste our time regretting things when we need to be moving on and doing bigger and better things. The name of this poem is entitled A Man in the Ballpark. I say, there's a lonely man in the ballpark. He sits there dreaming of a pitch. 1, 2, 3, out. His dreams lay somewhere in a ditch. He had an arm that could throw like no other. The way he could throw a good ball. Why did he have to make the choices he made? He set himself up for a fall. There's a lonely man in the ballpark. He sits there dreaming of a swing. 1, 2, 3, you're out. His dreams got stuck on bling bling. He had a swing that could swing like no other. The way he could swing ball bats. Why did he have to make the move he made, and why so-called friends big rats? There's a lonely man in the ballpark. He sits there dreaming of a run. He would have been great to run it all the way home, but sometimes life just ain't fun. He had to speed like a racehorse stallion. No one had a better pep step. But when it came down to winning the game, it seemed as though his legs just slept. There's a lonely man in the ballpark. He sits there dreaming of a catch. He stresses his mind on the things he can't change, like a child with a dog that won't fetch. He hit the ball extra hard with a smack. Just knew the ball would make its way into the crowd. They caught the ball extra quick right at third. Every man will be humbled that is proud. There's a lonely man in the ballpark. He sits there dreaming of a loss. So much wasted time in the field of life, he wished he could have been his own boss. In other words, regret. It's a painful thing. But what we must know is that everything happens for a reason, and we must have to let this regret go in order to move forward. So let us know to let regret go so that we can move forward. Everything happens for a reason, even if it was some fucked up shit that happened, even if it was some painful things that happened. Everything happened for a reason, and the greatest lesson to ever learn is to let it go and move on, because nothing is promised to us but change. That is the only thing promised to us as living entities going out throughout these worlds in these vehicles and in these bodies. There's only one thing promised us is change, and this we must never be afraid of. Okay, my next poem is for the good women out there. You know, for you ladies that's good and could really do a man some good and can really know how to be by his side and be the type of person that that man needs you to be in his life to support him and help him accomplish great things. And the name of this poem is entitled, A Moment of Your Time. A moment of your time would be a gift I'd likely cherish. A memory lasting beyond death. With my soul, it'll never perish. The attraction of your aura makes me long to know you more. Just to get your attention to me is a lifetime score. My adrenaline starts to pump when the urges I have for you. I've done back to adolescence. Tell me, what is it I must do? I will hike the longest trail if I can find you at the end, or climb the tallest mountain with the rope you'd likely send. I will give you all my bread. If you want water, I will find it. I just want to see you smile, and if it works, then I'm behind it. What I have for you ain't lust, it's something else way more deeper. What I want is in your chest. Please allow me to be its keeper. The uniqueness in your walk makes me watch you every time. I don't mean to be a stalker, but I think I found what's mine. The time has come to grow with someone. I think you should check me out. I hope you can feel me calling you. The attraction's loud as a shout. I make it to know what you're about. Take a moment to hear my rhyme. You never know where things may go from a moment of your time. And as always, just a little creativity from Cossimoses. You know, I want to lay this down. You know, hopefully I can touch a heart, one or two. I ain't expecting to touch the world because I know the world going to hate me anyway. Anytime you're about something like truth, they're going to hate you anyway. So I'm used to being hated all my life. I do this shit for the chosen few, those who can't get something out of it. And I'm going to keep on doing my work no matter who gets in the way, who tries to stop me, who tries to bring me down, whatever. I'm going to keep on doing what I do because this is the shit that I do. And this is what I was born to do. And I'm not going to stop just because the world won't let me do what I'm supposed to do and reach the world. I'm going to just keep trying. So here I am, Cossimoses, living feral, that what you shall be. I want the whole world to know I love you all, even you hating ass sons of bitches, and all you people that want to stop good people from doing good things in this world. I love you too. I just know you weak, and I'm doing everything I can to give you some strength. So with that thought, love you all, Cossimoses the first. We out of here.